Hey, good afternoon, dear students. This is Hiteshri. And as you all know, we have already started our economics syllabus. So, from today itself, we'll continue accountancy. Okay. So, before going into the concept or the chapter, I would like to all of you all to have a look of syllabus of this year. Okay. So this is the course structure for class 11. Okay. As you all can see, we have a theory paper of 80 marks and a project of 20 marks. Okay. And your whole course is divided into two parts. Part A, Financial Accounting 1. Part B, Financial Accounting 2. Okay. So the part A consists of 2 units. Unit 1, Theoretical Framework, which consists of 5 to 6 chapters. Unit 2, Accounting Process, which has 7 to 8 chapters. And then Unit 3, Financial Statement of Sole Proprietorship from Complete and Incomplete Records, which has 3 chapters. And Unit 4, Computers in Accounting, it consists of 1 chapter. So overall your course is divided into 4 units. Unit 1 consists of 12 marks and Unit 2 is of 40. Unit 3 is of 20 marks and Unit 4 is of 8 marks. And the remaining 20 marks is for project work. So this is all your full 100 mark paper. Okay. In Unit 1, we're going to study about all the theoretical concepts related to accounting. Okay. So right now we should focus on Unit 1, that is Theoretical Framework. In this unit, you will come to know about accounting, the concept, objective, advantages, limitation, types of accounting information, who are the users of accounting information, qualitative characteristics of accounting information, and role of accounting in business. Okay, so taking the concept to further, let's begin with the very basic thing. Okay, so let's begin with our chapter first of accountancy, Introduction to Accounting. Okay, in this video I am gonna discuss the very basic thing related to accounting. As in when you'll come to know about the basics, we'll go into the chapter further. Okay. Every business is different. We all know that. That's the universal fact that every business is different. And business is what? Business is made up of 2 words. Busy and ness. Busyness. Busy in something. But busy in what? Busy in economic activity. Yes, economic activities are all those activities that helps in earning, that helps in monetary result. Okay, so from where this accounting actually comes and what is the connection between this business and economic activity? Lots of questions you have. Okay, so let's start from the very basic. What are the questions come to our mind? Does the business have enough cash? Okay, what actually a businessman, what actually a day-to-day business enterprise thinks? Okay, these are some very basic questions. Does the business have enough cash? Can the business afford to expand? What does the business own? What return is the firm making on owner investment? What are the firm's DAPs? DAPs means the loan, etc., or the amount owed to someone else. And when are they due? Are the firm's share over or undervalued? Which stock is selling well and poorly? How much profit did the business make? All these are the basic questions with which a businessman encounters each and every day or each and every financial year. Yes, I have used a term financial year. Financial year means a year or a period of 12 months which extend from or which starts from 1st April of current year and extends to 31st March of next year. Okay, so what we were discussing, all these questions are in mind of a businessman, which keeps on revolving in his mind. Okay, and solution to all these questions comes in form of accounting. Yes, accounting is the solution to all these questions, or I can say accounting find out the solution to all these questions. Okay, now what is accounting? So accounting is what? Accounting is an art of recording all transaction of business and knowing the result of carrying out the business activity. Okay, let's go through concept in detail. Accounting is what? They said it is an art because you have to perform it. Accounting is an art. Art of what? Art of recording. Recording what? Recording all the transactions of business. So I can say that accounting is nothing but an art of recording or maintaining all transactions of business. With which purpose? Purpose of knowing whether we are earning profit or we are suffering loss. So in all, we can say that in order to diagnose whole year's performance, a financial year performance, a businessman maintains accounts, and accounting is the job done by accountant. Okay, the ultimate purpose behind this is to identify, to know the correct profit, because obviously if we are carrying on some economic activity, we are eager to know whether we are earning or losing, right? Okay, let's see historical perspective of accounting. What historians defined accounting. Okay, historians claims that accounting was introduced thousands of years ago using clay tokens to keep records of crops and livestock. See, accounting has its roots thousands of years back. Okay, and then and there they were using clay tokens to keep record of crops and livestock. Correct? Okay, taking further the concept, let's see the modern perspective. Modern perspective or modern accountant says that it is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transaction and events which are of financial character. See, this definition is very clear and it shows you each and every aspect what accounting actually does. Okay, what they said, first of all they said it is an art. Okay, an art needs to be mastered, right? So it is an art. Art of what? Recording. What we gonna record? We gonna record our transactions. Okay, classifying. What we gonna classify? We gonna classify these recorded transactions according to their nature. Then summarizing. Of course, in order to know whether I have earned or I have lose, I must require this summarized version. Okay, remember one thing, in terms of money. So I can say that only those things which are measured in terms of money are only get recorded, and only events of financial character get recorded. Okay, so in all we can say that accounting starts from happening of an economic event. Now what is an economic event? Economic event means, suppose a businessman sell 1000 unit of chair to particular retailer, that called as a economic event. Okay, suppose a businessman sells 200 units of accountancy book, that is called as economic event. So first step of accounting is that one economic event happen, In a happening of that event, identification of that activity, whether it is a sale, it is a purchase, in which book we are going to record it. Okay, so next step is identification. Third step is measurement. As I already told you in the definition, only money, character, that all those things that can be measured in terms of money only get recorded. Okay, so measurement, only and only those things get recorded that can be measured in terms of money. Now where this recording takes place? Possibly we have some books, right? Where are we gonna record it? So we gonna record things in journal, the journal book, the specific journal books. Okay, up next is, remember one thing, in journal we record transaction date wise, or I can say chronological. So from that we gonna classify them. Classify means to bifurcate things according to their nature. Okay, so in classification we record transaction in ledger according to their different natures. Okay, we'll discuss it further. Summarizing, from these classified accounts we gonna prepare a summary. Okay, summary, a short version, because I can't check my whole account books all the time. Okay, so I want a summarized version of it. Then from this summarization we analyze. What we analyze? We analyze whether we are earning, whether we are losing, whether we are owing someone or someone owes to us. It means our debtor, our creditors, our asset, our liability. I know these terms are very unknown to you and very new to you, but as and when my chapter proceed, I'll definitely explain all these terms to you people. Okay, okay, continue. Analyzing, we analyze here whether we are earning, losing, or what are the reasons if we are earning and what are the reasons if we are losing. Next step is interpretation. Interpretation, to identify what are the reasons behind those profits or losses. Okay, so at this stage of interpretation we find out the results came out of the thing. Okay, and we analyze the reasons, we analyze the conditions in order to make our future performance better. And lastly, communicating results to the users. We have different users of accounting and we must communicate the ultimate result to the users. In further next video we will definitely discuss all these important points. This is just a intro part. Let's see now the last topic of today, history and development of accounting. Okay, accounting enjoys a remarkable history. It is as old as civilization. Yes, dear students, accounting is as old as our civilization. And it starts from where? It starts from Babylonia and Egypt around 4000 BC, where people used to record payments of wages and taxes on clay tablets. After that, in Greece, accounting was used for distributing revenue received among treasuries and balance of government. Okay, so in Greece they were using, see the improved version from Babylonia to Greece. We have seen improved version. Here they use it for revenue distribution. China used sophisticated form of government accounting as early as 2000 BC. Okay, so they started using it for government accounting. Then 7000 BC to 400 AD, Romans used memorandum and daybook. Daybook means the journal book they are talking. Memorandum and daybook to record receipt and payments. Receipts means from where we receive money, payments to whom we make payment. Okay, to post them into ledger. See the ledger, the classification process is is how old? In India, yes, of course. In India, 23 centuries ago, Kautilya wrote a book, Arthashastra. India, for the first time, introduced accountancy in form of a book by Kautilya, that is Arthashastra. But, dear students, the revolution came into this field by a person called Luca Pacioli. Luca Pacioli, a Franciscan friar. Friar means a merchant. Luca Pacioli, a Franciscan friar, wrote a book, Summa de Arithmetica Geometrica Proportion at Proportionalita. Yes, this is the name of the book. Revise it once. Summa de Arithmetica Geometrica Proportion at Proportionalita, which means review of arithmetic and geographic proportions. And he wrote this book in Venice in 1494. And this book is considered as the very first book of double entry bookkeeping. And this 1494 came as a milestone in modern day accounting. And that's why, because of his work in accounting, Luca Pacioli is considered as father of modern accounting. He was the person who first time used popular term of accounting, debit and credit. Yes, dear students, first person who used debito and credito, the modern day debit and credit, in 1494. He was the first person. He discussed the memorandum, journal, ledger and specialized accounting procedure then and there in 1494. That's why, because of his work in accounting, Luca Pacioli is termed as father of modern accounting. That's all for today. So, hope you all are quite well versed with the history and the basic of accounting. In our next video, we will definitely go into the deeper concept or the main concepts of accounting. Bye.